Kazakhstan is actively working on promoting peace, harmony, stability, and safety. Since the first days of independence, Kazakhstan has been effectively proposing peace initiatives aimed at nuclear disarmament and non-proliferation. Kazakhstan is known for its initiatives on combating international terrorism and dispute settlement. The country has many suggestions on maintenance of peace in the world.
Вся внешняя политика Казахстана направлена на что? На нормализацию и, значит, улаживание таких.
Kazakhstan's entire foreign policy is aimed at the settlement and prevention of the conflict-generating situations in the modern world, such as the situations in Syria, the security issues in Central Asia, Afghanistan, and many more. Therefore, I believe that Kazakhstan is a center of peaceful policy.
Вот, поэтому я думаю, что именно Казахстан является центром притяжения мировой миролюбивой политики.
The idea to hold a Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions also belongs to President Nursultan Nazarbayev. Members of various religions support the global initiatives aimed at combating terrorism while speaking about the need to develop tolerance and mutual respect. According to the participants, the Congress is a historical event following the leaders of various religions to discuss the current challenges.
The leadership in Kazakhstan is very serious about this conference, and that they really consider moving it from being just a dialogue to have an outcome of initiative and programs that will promote peace, that will promote tolerance.
Kazakhstan is one of the few countries that takes a real lead on this, and the President has been a wonderful example of that, building on his desire that Kazakhstan is a country where different religions work together.
Религия учит любви, добру, миру, милосердию, состраданию, прощению.
Religion promotes love, peace, mercy, compassion, forgiveness, and cannot promote violence, manslaughter, and cruelty. Terrorists can wear religious dresses but continue being the servants of the Satan. The religious communities are facing a very important task of protecting believers, especially the youth, from the destructive influence of the radicals.
Оградить верующих, особенно молодежь, от деструктивного влияния радикалов.
Experts believe that the results of the Congress will be useful and the world will change for the better within the upcoming 3 years in time of the next meeting of the religious leaders. Today, Kazakhstan is one of the most attractive countries for investors in Central Asia. International experts highly evaluate the business climate in the country. Foreign entrepreneurs are attracted by a number of measures adopted by the Republic, including introduction of preferences, tax incentives, and protection of interests at the state level. In his State of the Nation address, President of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, highlighted that the Astana International Financial Center will play an important role in providing the Kazakh businesses with foreign investments. German political scientist Matthias Dornfeld says that many countries are interested in cooperating with the Republic and support the multi-vector policy of President Nazarbayev.
In
his address, the President highlighted that Kazakhstan is pursuing a multi-vector foreign policy. This means friendly relations not only with neighboring countries in Central Asia, but also with China. I think bilateral relations with China are very important, as Chinese goods go through Kazakhstan to Europe, for example, to Germany's Duisburg, which also opens up great trading opportunities for Kazakhstan. The President also highlighted the importance of relations with the countries of the Eurasian Economic Union, Russia, Europe, Turkey, and the United States. I want to add that Kazakhstan and Germany are the most important partners. Your country is a center of stability, and it is very important for us to expand our relations with Kazakhstan. The member countries of the European Union are one of the largest investment partners of Kazakhstan. Last year, the total trade turnover reached $30 billion, which is 25% higher comparing to the previous year. President Nazarbayev highlighted that Kazakhstan will continue to actively cooperate with the European Union. Interaction with the Eurasian Economic Union, China, and the Central Asian countries will remain a priority for Kazakhstan as well.
The ship is very solid, and there is potential for even more, because we know how Kazakhstan is a resource-rich country and what kind of important role you are playing in the region. And I would say in certain areas like, for example, nuclear cooperation and use of nuclear power for peaceful means that Kazakhstan is playing. I visited your country several times. I'm always impressed how quickly the country is developing and how your country is progressing.
Agriculture industry is a driver of Kazakh economy. According to President Nursultan Nazarbayev, the export of agricultural products should be increased by 2.5 times by 2022. Meanwhile, agricultural producers of the eastern Kazakhstan exported about 400,000 tons of grains to Spain, Italy, Turkey, Iran, and other countries since the beginning of the year. Local agrarians are planning to boost the export volumes. This season's harvest will be higher by 1/10. Based on the forecast, Kazakh farmers will harvest 770,000 tons of grains from the crops. This plant is capable of producing 20 tons of grains per day. This project is very important for the district as agrarians from all over the district will bring grains here. The plant will improve the quality of our products. This year, farmers purchased 38 advanced vehicles, including tractors, combine harvesters, and combine headers. Kazakhstan has also increased the export volumes of wheat and barley. Agrarians exported grains worth $524 million since the beginning of the year. 2/3 of the wheat are being exported to the CIS countries. The Uzbek government purchased more than 1 million tons of grains worth $160 million, while the Tajik government purchased 500 tons of grains worth $87 million. Vietnam is also interested in purchasing Kazakhstan's grains. Previously, Russia supplied more than 50% of Vietnam's grains demand. According to analysts, the growth of the population in China, India, and the North African countries will increase their demand on Kazakh grains in the nearest future. Experts believe that Kazakhstan's advantageous location, as well as the crop areas, water resources, and climate, make Kazakhstan one of the few regions that can meet the demand of such vast markets. Kazakh goods producers are set to succeed on the global markets. Kazakhstan will export products made of pasteurized camel milk. The enterprise, located in Mangistau region, doubled its capacities with the help of the Business Roadmap 2020 program and purchased equipment worth 300 million tenge. The plant operates in line with the tasks set by the Kazakh president in the State of the Nation address. According to President Nursultan Nazarbayev, the trade policies should aim to actively promote domestic goods on the regional and international markets. The enterprise is planning to sell the Kazakh traditional products. We are selling our products in Mangistau region and Atarau. In his address, President Nazarbayev extended the Business Roadmap program. With the help of the program, we want to purchase equipment, extend the range of our products, and export them to Russia. The facility is an anchor project whereby milks from cow, goat, and camel, which are delivered by large and small farms, are processed. The enterprise produces 12 tons of dairy and fermented dairy products per day, including 3 tons of pasteurized camel milk, which has a shelf life of about a month. The facility produces a total of 40 product range. In addition to the regular products, the enterprise also produces kurd, tan, and cheese. In the nearest future, the products will be sold in Astana. The enterprise is also set to regularly export 2 tons of shalab and 5 tons of shubat. Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan are expanding cooperation. Priority is given on industrial, agriculture, and tourism sectors. The border regions, Almaty and Isykyul, are experiencing great opportunities for mutually beneficial partnership. The government bodies, businessmen, and tourist companies in Kyrgyzstan have been introduced to major investment projects that are being implemented in Kazakhstan. In addition, proposals are made on the development of trade and economic ties between the two fraternal countries, particularly increasing exports of fruits and vegetables, as well as expanding infrastructure and tourism. Leaders of state played a big role in development of cooperation. It is profitable for us to export to Kazakhstan. You have Korgos. Thanks to Kazakhstan, we can export our goods to other countries. This meeting has a historical significance. Now we will be able to develop following your rich experience. You have something to learn from. Tajikistan is focusing on the development of its regions. Darvos district of the Badakhshan Autonomous Region has a large potential for many economic sectors. Transformation of the mountainous region contributed to the well-being of the local population. There are large and small production enterprises, as well as administrative, social, cultural, educational, and healthcare facilities in the district. The transport infrastructure was also improved as constructors reconstructed old roads and built new highways and bridges. These works are being held as part of the public and private partnerships. The central road of Darvos district was coated with asphalt. The road now meets all the international road construction requirements. The highway is used for international freight transportation. We coated the highway with asphalt in a short period of time. We didn't stop working for 1 minute. We paid special attention to the quality of the roadbed.
Surgeons have started performing minimally invasive heart surgeries in the Cardiology Center of Astana. A smart operating room has been launched, which is the first of its kind not only in Kazakhstan but also in the Commonwealth of Independent States. Kazakh doctors say that this technology is a real breakthrough in cardiac surgery. The equipment allows performing heart surgeries without cutting open the chest, which means it is done through vessels in the groin area or an arm. Such surgeries can be performed more often. Previously, surgeries were performed on an open heart using a large amount of anesthesia, which resulted in a long hospital stay. Now, at our center, all types of research are performed on this table. Every year, almost 6,000 surgical interventions of the cardiovascular system are performed in Astana's Cardiology Center. The new operating room will increase their number to 8,000, combining the work of several specialists at the same time. Our operating room allows performing hybrid cardiac surgery procedures. The procedures allow performing all kinds of interventions. We can now import additional equipment in artificial ventilation apparatus and so on. Moreover, we can perform most complex surgical interventions. 350 Kazakhstani patients were treated in the first half of the year. A baby born 2 hours ago has become the youngest patient to go through the surgery. Previously, cardiac surgeons did not dare to take risks during such cases. I went through the surgery, which was performed without a cut. Well, I feel fine thanks to the doctors. They're all very good to me. Due to the new equipment, doctors highlight that patients can be charged from the hospital in a few days after the surgery. Most importantly, now any Kazakh citizen who has heart diseases can be diagnosed and treated in the new operating room.
Kazakhstan is becoming a prominent player in the worldwide travel industry. More foreign travelers are visiting Kazakhstan due to the attractive unexplored destinations. U.S. businessman David Valera organized a tour across Kazakhstan this summer. 38 tourists from Japan, Spain, and the United States visited the land of the Great Steppe for the first time.
Kazakhstan is a country that has many positive things to offer, and I'm thankful to say that all of my first-time guests were extremely impressed with the country and all went home incredibly happy. That the government is doing a lot to attract tourists into Kazakhstan. However, because the industry is so new in Kazakhstan, I think that the government should really think about working closer with foreigners like myself who are investing our own money and time and effort in bringing our own American colleagues to that part of the world.
Foreign visitors experienced the customs and traditions of Kazakh people. They were interested to visit the countryside, historical landmarks, and natural landscapes. The visitors traveled to rural schools and attended Kazakh weddings.
We visited over a dozen cities. Katonkaragai was one of them. Obviously, Boraboy, Astana, Almaty, Shymkent, Merke, Oskamen, Turkestan was also another great experience that we had. So a lot of these places have a tremendous amount of educational and cultural experiences that tourists just aren't being made aware of.
American citizen David Valera calls himself a Kazakh and considers Kazakhstan as his second home. He's currently gathering a new group of tourists to visit Kazakhstan. He hopes to see the introduction of direct flights between the US and Kazakhstan. One of the US television channels is also set to explore the country. Kazakhstan students are listed among the top 10 best students based on the Trends in Mathematics and Science study, which assessed the quality of secondary education of schools globally. The quality of math and science subjects in Kazakhstan is better than in the United States, Finland, and Germany. The result was announced at the Congress of General Assembly of Experts of International Association for the Evaluation of Educational Achievement. Education experts from 47 countries conducted reviews of current and upcoming projects at the forum. The delegates shared their experiences on the use of research results, and they also discussed on assessing learning achievements using technology. The 59th Congress is organized for the first time in Central Asia. Schools in Kazakhstan have been participating in the Trends in Mathematics and Science study since 2007.
По итогам участия в Teams 2015 Казахстан показал очень хорошие.
Kazakh 8th grade students showed very good results in the TIMSS 2015. We took 7th place in mathematics and 9th place in science. Our 4th grade students were ranked 9th and 12th out of 40 countries. This is a very good indicator. It suggests that Kazakhstan has a strong academic background.
Показатель это показывает о том, что в Казахстане сильное академическое образование.
Kazakh schools are adopting updated educational content. Within 2 years, students will use e-books instead of paper books. 70% of e-books have been provided to schools. Kazakh Minister of Education and Science, Yerlan Sagadiev, says the new measure will lighten the heavy backpacks of the students. Based on the latest learning standards, textbooks are divided into different parts. Yerlan Sagadiev explains that the new standards are developed based on factors such as weight, size, and volume. Apart from education quality, the Kazakh Ministry of Education and Science also pays special attention to the physical and mental health of students. Schools now introduce additional education services whereby comfortable study conditions are created for students who do not have to travel around the city. This year we have introduced requirements for new textbooks, including the type of paper. All this is done to address the issue of heavy backpacks. The 100% transition to e-books will be completed in 2 years.
100% оқулықтар электрондық түрде шығатын болады.
Kazakh roses have earned the love of fans around the world. The queen of flowers from the country is appreciated in several Russian cities such as Tyumen, Krasnoyarsk, and Tula. Azerbaijan will soon enjoy the delicate odor and shades of Kazakh roses. 6,000 bushes will be delivered to Baku. Gardeners admit that growing rose is a very hard work.
Собран отличный генофонд.
An excellent gene pool has been assembled. There is a revival of our botanical garden, and if people visit the garden, they can see a variety of Kazakh roses that are grown, which are on par with world standards. We have excellent conditions to grow the roses.
Для этого у нас были всегда и есть прекрасные условия.
The quality of Kazakh flowers is as good as flowers from other countries. 300 varieties of flowers are grown in Baltabai village in Almaty region. 138,000 roses are planted on 3.5 hectares of land. Some varieties are purchased from a French company.
Новинки из Франции мы получаем вот в таком виде.
We receive new products such as cuttings from France. We preliminarily collect seeds and fully bloomed dog rose, which we've been growing for a year. Then the roses undergo chemical and mechanical stratification. We sow it, and this dog rose needs a year to grow. Starting from August 15, they start budding.
15 августа начинается окулировка.
Fully bloomed dog roses are cut after 7 months, while the remaining rose bush is left. The bush can live up to 25 years. The roses can grow in all weather conditions and do not get infected by diseases. These are the reasons why gardeners highly appreciate the flowers.